There's been so many outlets to further sneaker culture where you have to understand it now. It's part of every marketing plan. It is this business and this culture that a few people got it and were collecting and kind of were looked at like, why are you spending all your money on sneakers? And now it seems more and more, minute to minute and day by day, everyone understands why this is as big as it is.
At some point, it was all about the colorway, I felt like, in a particular time. But now it's all about, okay, what can we do to like reinvent something that's super classic and, appealing to a new audience. And it's like, when you think of millennial kids, one day they want to be goth, the next day, for me, I want to be super hip hop and R&B. The next day I want to be from space.
I think definitely we are at a different part of what originally wasn't really based on capitalism, what originally was about style and personal choice. I think we might have lost some of that, unfortunately. I'll see reports of what's going on at SneakerCon, for example, and it's like 13-year-olds dropping $1,500 for sneakers that I just don't believe you if you're telling me you know why you're wearing this. Like a kid who wears a Nirvana shirt and has never heard the album.
The problem is, the downside of the growth is that where does the passion go? Like the original reason why people started getting the shoes, which takes me back to the Bo Jackson, Andre Agassi, Michael Jordan days, right? That whole story and that whole lore is gone.
These kids aren't buying sneakers because the sneakers are dope. They're buying sneakers because the internet's telling them these are special. And the proof is, when you get them, you don't wear them.
How many kids out there wearing Off-Whites know that Virgil went to school for architecture and know about Pyrex Vision and know about Tinker Hatfield? Like, no. They're just like, I saw this influencer wearing this shoe that had a red tab on it, and I just went out and looked for a shoe with a red tab on it.
If you have the ability to wear that you like a lot, you should really wear them. You give me white on whites, you walk into a store, if that store has 100 pair of white on whites in a size 13, they're gonna get $9,000. They are.
Ma collection de baskets, elle est assez étoffée. Aujourd'hui, j'ai plus de 500 paires de baskets, mais très variées. C'est-à-dire que je ne collectionne pas, en fait, je dis même pas que je collectionne parce que je les porte toutes.
This is one of the few times, I think, in the world where you have wearable art, where a person can actually engage with an art piece and wear it consistently. You really have to enjoy the shoes that you are blessed to come in contact with, because it's not going to get any better with time. The shoes will literally fall apart. So yeah, no, it's super important to wear shoes, for sure.
We are at ComplexCon 2018. We're standing inside the Zen Booth, the culmination of a lot of work. So we were very fortunate to be able to basically travel the world and collect some of the greatest shoes literally in the world in the history of footwear. And we brought them all to ComplexCon 18 so that we could share that with actual consumers. So every single shoe that you see in this booth today will be given out for free to people at ComplexCon. Wearing special shoes, I think, is what really creates that love. Like, the love for shoes, the love for the culture comes from actually experiencing the product. Unfortunately, because of the value of some of the shoes, people just never get a chance to experience that. The first thing, the most natural thing is like, well, this is worth something, I'm gonna sell it. We wanted to kind of take that pressure off people a little bit, so we got all the shoes so that people could just worry about enjoying them and wearing them. So that's the biggest part about what we're doing today in the giveaway is you have to wear your shoes out to win them.
I just won a pair of Paranormans. We left Las Vegas at 3 a.m., came over here, got the tickets, I entered to win, and then I won, and I was just like, it's just crazy.
It's pretty amazing feeling, putting them on, walking around with them, knowing that, I actually won something.
Oh, it's so surreal right now. I just won a pair of grails. It's huge. I picked these because I love the silhouette, I love the colorway. Everything about it is very clean, classic. I'm gonna try to find Nicky Diamond right now, get him signed these, hopefully. That'd be dope.
There's not a lot of shoes out there for females, so to have something as feminine as a pink and black, it's really, stands out. So that's what drew me to the shoe. It's kind of come back from me being a teenager and just kind of reliving it with my kids, so it's a great experience.
We won the Quay 54 threes, friends and family, and I was about to almost cry a little bit, a tear shed. I think they're priceless because they're friends and family, so nobody really has them. I already put them on Instagram, I already flexed them. Shout out ComplexCon's, shout out Fine Zen. Hey, this is a grail right here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime shoe.
I just want a pair of Air Mags. Unbelievable. I'm gonna rock these out. I gotta hire security for that though. I'm gonna need security, definitely, for sure.
We have Air Mags, we have undefeated Jordan 4s, we have Legend of Summer Jordan 1s, we have Chanel Pharrells, we have, I've been in shoes my whole life. This is the greatest collection I've ever seen in one physical place in one time. And we have sizes for everybody. I'd say we easily have 4 or 5 shoes that are worth over $20,000.
These are the Chanel Pharrell collaboration that you really cannot get unless I think you were in Paris. And even if you were in Paris, even if you were in the exact spot that these dropped, you still couldn't get them.
I would definitely take the undefeated 4s. I mean, these are an amazing shoe that you hardly would ever get a chance to even see, let alone wear.
Ever since I started, I make custom shoes, and for me, I want to make wearable art, but you need to wear it. So it's very important to, respect it as an art piece, but actually put it on and feel it. And that this shoe is what keeps you grounded to the ground. So wear your shoes.
It feels like a sense of great pride. I feel happy that Zen was able to provide these shoes for us. I'm so eager to wear them out and show them off.
Yeah, I think it's super dope, especially it kind of holds people accountable to wearing them and using them. I know if people were to have the option of not taking them out, would probably resell them. So this is cool option.
Everything we did here was to celebrate the culture so that people at ComplexCon can feel like they're in Tokyo, can feel like they're in Paris, and experience not just the shoes that are aligned with it, but the actual way that the stores feel and the vibe of the entire city. That's the beauty of the world. Every part of the world has its own sneaker culture, its own authentic stories, and that's the beauty of what we're doing is to tell those stories authentically with the people in the cities and really celebrate the culture that way. So the Fine Zen app launched this week. So the people at ComplexCon are getting really the first crack at it. Every single shoe that was featured on the TV show is on the Fine Zen app where you can look at it, zoom in, kind of get a chance to really read about the history of that shoe and everything else. The app from an e-commerce standpoint will be launching next July. But we wanted to take the first year basically just to celebrate the stories of sneaker culture and really just celebrate the consumer himself. So it's live now from a media perspective. E-commerce launches next July.
The splashy marketing campaigns are great. The on-court sneakers, that's all fine and good, but it really starts with you lacing up a pair of sneakers, and even if it's a tiny bit more of confidence that you have that day because you feel comfortable in the sneakers you're wearing, and then God forbid someone compliments you on those, that's the feeling that you're always gonna want repeated. And then I think at the core, that's what makes this so big.